Do the obvious. Oftentimes, we ignore or second guess the thing that we know deep down we have to do. No matter how obvious it is, we fear it, we doubt it, we run away. And the problem is, the longer we do this, the longer we postpone our own progress. Maybe for you, the obvious thing is a certain creative project that you should embark on. You already know the next step, but your mind will find ways to avoid it. Your mind will think, oh, there's no way it's that simple, there's no way I have all the information, there's no way I'm capable. And so, we need to continually affirm and remind ourselves of the truth, of the obvious thing to do. And I hope this video can help you with that. So doing the obvious thing is not always easy, even though it should be. I mean, it's obvious, right? So why does it get so hard? Well, the mind is a double-edged sword, and as much as it can help you, it can equally harm you, finding every possible way to make you avoid the thing that you know you should be doing. This is similar to a concept that author Steven Pressfield, who is a sort of analyzer of the artist's journey and the creative process, talks about a lot in his work, which is this idea called resistance, with a capital R. And resistance is this force of nature that finds its way between the artist and their work. It takes on different forms: fear, doubt, procrastination, laziness, perfectionism, ego, all of these things. And the question isn't whether or not it will come. The question is whether or not you will overcome it. And sometimes resistance can become so powerful that it makes the obvious thing not obvious. It clouds your vision. And so for you, if you don't know what your obvious thing is, then maybe you should ask yourself if resistance is placing up borders from allowing the answer to ever come in. Because the obvious is natural. It's effortless. It's from the heart. It takes a force to push it away. It takes resistance. Resistance through the form of self-limiting beliefs. Beliefs that you aren't capable of doing or achieving something. Beliefs that you don't have what it takes to pursue something that your heart is calling you towards right now. These limitations are like walls around your castle, and the obvious thing that's trying to come in can't because of those walls. But sometimes the obvious thing is so great, so big, so tall, that you can see it beyond the walls. Your heart can see it. Your heart can sense it. And that obvious thing is not coming into our life, our hearts, our vision, for no reason. Timing is everything. If something is obvious right now, then we must do it. We must trust the timing of the feeling that is coming in right now. There's a reason that many of you watching right now have been thinking about something as I'm talking. The thing you've been thinking about the past few weeks or months, or if the resistance is really strong, years. You've been seeing it beyond the walls, and now is the time to let it in. Now is the time to do the obvious. And you must trust that you know this is the next step. You don't need to know the steps afterwards. You don't need to know the steps in 5, 10, 20 years from now. You will know when the time comes. But right now, you have to trust that this is the next step, and then you have to take it. Trust that because of the obvious things timing in your life right now, that now is the best time to do it. Now is the time that God is calling you to do the thing. The only validation you need is from the heart. So stop searching the external world for endless half-handed validation. You don't have to feed into every voice that doubts the obvious. You don't have to feed into every little thing that questions your ability to do the obvious. You don't need to fear that you don't have all the information before you move forward. Doing the obvious will bring you to the places that you're meant to be and towards the information that you're meant to receive. And as you put one foot in front of the other, each step immediately before you will become obvious. Not that each step is necessarily going to be easy or comforting, but it will be obvious. Do this with me. I want you to take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down your obvious thing. Actually, write it down. Go ahead. Okay. This is your next step. And you wrote that down, not me. You have the most important piece of information before you. And now is the time to act on it. But be careful, because the world and your mind will test your faith in this step You will feel the need to find affirmation from the world. You will feel the need to find comfort in research in this step. But remember, endless research will never amount to the validation of the heart, and the world will test your memory of this step through distractions. You will know when something is taking you away from truly committing to this step. Distractions will come in many different forms, and it's up to you to sense when they come. And the world will test your courage to act on this step. Courage comes from the heart. And as you move forward in this maze, listen to the heart. Follow the heart. And don't lose sight of the obvious. Remember that the step is always obvious, and if it's not, then you're overcomplicating it. Resistance is at play. But remember, it's only there because it's showing you that you're meant to overcome it. You're meant to overcome it right now by doing the obvious right now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. I hope you resonate with this message. This channel is about to hit 50,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. I want to do a Q&A for the 50K, hitting 50K. I usually do Q&As on my live stream, but I'm going to do a whole video dedicated to Q&A. So ask me questions in the comments. Have discussions in the comments about this message. Let's talk. I have exclusive videos on my Patreon, and I also write blogs on my website. All of those links are in the bio. Subscribe to this channel for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Dream on, dream on, dream on. God bless. Peace out.